wasn't as cool as I thought it would be. Oh hey, today we're going to go ahead and disassemble a Bronco. I don't know exactly how I'm going to film this just yet. I've kind of got some ideas on how I'm going to handle it. I think I'm probably going to time lapse it, but today's main goal is to get this whole front clip out of here, try to get these fluids rid of, and make just general access to this space here. This will give us a lot of space to work on our suspension system. If we have time, we will continue to disassemble. I'd like to get this thing up on jack stands as well, and I'd like to get the roll cage and other stuff ripped on out of here. So let's get to it. Oh, you jerk. Oh, hey, there we go. All right, this is a yellow top Optima. I've used Optima batteries in the past, and I tell you, I think I've since lost my confidence in these things and their ability to perform. Here the sun's going down. We might have to be opening or closing the garage here soon and opening the door, which is okay. We'll make this place nice and cool. I am planning on just doing away with the Optima. I'm not going to put an Optima back in this thing. I'm expecting that this Optima here has also since failed and is no longer capable of being charged. Oh yeah, not even a little spark. So we're going to go ahead and undo that, but I'm going to relocate this thing anyway because I am just not a fan of the battery being located in this space. So I think that it's probably just about time anyway for this thing to find a new home. So not like we're really missing out on too terribly much here. This is going to thread for a while. There we go. Here we go. That's gonna come off. There we go. There we go. Zip ties. Who the hell? There we go. All right. One down. An impressive amount to go. Alrighty, so this side is going to be specifically harder. When I originally built this roll cage here, I had to remove a lot of the stuff and get it out of the way. And it never really got in the way. I had to put it back and things just didn't quite fit very well. It was a great learning experience, I'll give it that. But there's definitely going to be a lot in the way over here. So what I think I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to start by removing everything that needs to be removed and just seeing if I can flop it over the top of the engine. I think this intake has to just simply come on out and be set someplace else, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm going to probably remove this mass airflow sensor and see if I can move it over there. You know, stuff like that, see if I can move that out of the way. But you'll need a different view for all that stuff, so let's do that. It looks to me like 10 mil and 8 mil are about to be my best friends. Let's see here. I can maybe take this off with the fender. I think. Let me go ahead and see if I can get this. That doesn't fit. This is an aftermarket special here, so that doesn't quite work the way that the rest of you luxurious Bronco owners are. I really need to organize my tool drawer a little bit better. Oh, that doesn't work either. I need a 7/16. Found one. Now watch it not be that. Oh. I think I got it off. I think this is just going to go in the bin. I'm thinking I'm going to get myself a different reservoir and maybe even relocate it to be a little bit more efficiently, well, located, to be honest. Come on now. You twist? Is that what you do? Let's go ahead and undo that first. Come on, I see him moving. There we are. What a pain in the butt of a connector that is. Yeah, I think this is honestly just going to go in the trash. Why is that happening that way? Go. There we go. That, I believe, just gets pushed down, right? Not up. Yeah, it's unplugged now. We're good to go. Let's go ahead and place these back on though, before they end up getting lost. We start taking off these. Surprisingly well. What else could you be attached to? What are you doing? There's a module of some sort that needs to be undone. Yeah, man. I bet you some mechanic somewhere really hated changing these. Come on now. Why you gotta argue? You know you're not gonna live here for long. Just let go. Oh, whoops, that's what was that going on. Okay. Intake charge temperature sensor maybe? Oh, more zip ties. That was what the problem was. Let go, please. Let go. Whoops. So our next job is to remove all of this stuff here. Now, there's a lot of sensors like these. If I'm not mistaken, these are airbag sensors. But we need to get rid of the condenser coil. And this is not a bad condenser coil. As far as I know, this thing still has plenty of refrigerant in it. Our transcooler, which we will be keeping, just relocating. We will be keeping our radiator. I'll tell you all more about this when we go to do reassembly. But we will be keeping that. But we have to remove all of the liquids from the front of this vehicle. I am an advocate for getting rid of fluids the right way, and that takes a while. So I need to drain the coolant out of here, store that in the container and dispose of it properly, I need to maybe drain some more transmission fluid, which wasn't given anyway because we had transmission problems. And I need to remove the refrigerant charge from this air conditioner. And I think that I will probably set up to do that another day because it takes quite a bit of different components and equipment to get the job done. But there we are. We are getting closer. So I think we can take that off. I think I'll show you a little more about the fenders. This is the mess I've already managed to make so far. But here we have ourselves a very important logo that was custom made by somebody. And I'm not sure if they want to be mentioned or not, so I'm not going to go through the process until I'm told to do so. But I have logos like this on this side and on the other fender over there. These are going to come off. I have a different set of fenders that are going to go back on, and I think I'm just going to cut maybe a square around this and rivet it onto the new fenders. Hey Cinderella, you just came to visit? Thank you for, I know, you just got your input? Okay. So that's what we've got going on. Now for the meantime, there's plenty of stuff we can get rid of. The battery is going to be relocated to the back whenever we go to start doing the build, so I can get rid of this battery tray. We will be using the stock headlights as per the rules, so we do need to do that. But I can get rid of the battery tray. I can probably get rid of this vacuum box. The vacuum box is meant for the air conditioning, and there will not be air conditioning on this truck. The air conditioning on this truck does work, but race vehicle. We need to get rid of the weight, we need to get rid of the horsepower. So all that's gonna go away, I don't think that has any purpose other than air conditioning. Over on this side, we have ourselves, I believe, cruise control. This is an Eddie Bauer edition, so we got the fanciness going on. So this is probably gonna go away. That little diagnostic piece for the anti-lock brakes is gonna go away. This little thing down here is our anti-lock brakes modulator or balancer or something like that. That's gonna go away. We're gonna have a manual one put in place. Let's see, I think that'll clear up the side. Here's our relay box. We need that to operate the vehicle. This is our mass airflow sensor. We need that on this vehicle's current brain to tell it what to do. And I think that just what does it. Once we have all that stuff kind of cleaned up and out of the way, then I'm going to start to remove this engine cage and these suspension components. We're going to actually relocate these shocks. I built these shock systems here, and I should have put them on the front. And that's the main thing that we're working on, is relocating the shocks to the front. So I think I'm going to probably time-lapse me fiddle farting with the rest of this kind of stuff, because I think I already took off the interesting bits. So there ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Orbiting the Earth. Orbiting the Earth.
Remember, repetition is of the greatest importance.
I think it might be empty. Draining out a little bit of that transmission cooler now. It's probably going to be a slow process, but the whole thing is going to be bound to come off here soon. Next up is going to be the coolant out of the radiator, and that I think is going to be tough to do. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I have an idea. Okay, I have an idea. I've got myself a container here, only used once on diesel fuel, and I happen to look inside of here and see that down here at that connection right here is a little bib. If I undo this, it'll open up that, I believe, which means I should be able to put a hose on the end of that and then run it on down into this container, which I suspect, being 5 gallons, should hold all the coolant that this thing takes. And just so happens there's a nice convenient hose right here that doesn't seem to have a job anymore. So I'm going to see if I can put this over here. There we are. Once again, I'm working through the camera lens. Oh, that thing went on. It did. Yay! Awesome. Hell yeah. All right, I'm going to tuck that way. Over here should have, where are you at? There you are. Oh, it's not quite long enough. Unless I do that, in which case, plenty. Plenty. Sorry, I wasn't looking through the camera. All right, and it goes up and around. Fabulous. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a universally sized wrench here. And let's get that bad boy open, shall we? Got it cracked. You can hear it going. There we are. Okay. Is it leaking? Let's see if I can turn the light on. You guys happen to be convenient for that sort of thing. A little bit. So I can close it off maybe a little bit. That's just the nature of it, unfortunately. All right, now we wait.